Hey folks, it's Rick Whittemore with the January 2024 Austin area market update. We're going to go through the typical numbers we go through, but I also wanted to give you a quick look at how Austin area is doing compared to a number of other markets across the country. There's some pretty interesting numbers there. So let's go ahead and dive in. Number of home sales. So you can see we are the orange square right there. So number of home sales. In January, we came in at just over 1,750, which is a little bit better than we were last year. So we're starting to show a little bit of improvement there. Moving on to total listings. So total number of listings, we're kind of at the 5-year high right now, just barely. So there's quite a few listings on the market still, so great opportunities for buyers. Market time is still fairly high. Market time is kind of a weird thing. There's lots of homes that are moving really quick. If they show well, they're in the right neighborhoods, they're priced right, they're going to go. When I kind of dig in and look at numbers in different neighborhoods, sometimes there's homes that are on the market for hundreds and hundreds of days. They were just poorly priced. Sellers don't do price drops, and that really affects the overall market time. So market time is going to be very dependent on location and how a home is priced and how it shows. And then moving on to median sales price. Ta-da! We're showing some improvement here. So we are the orange square again, so we're seeing some nice stabilization there. So home prices are looking better. I took a quick peek at February. February numbers won't be out until about mid to late March. But overall, we're looking pretty good. And it really looks like once we roll over March of this year's numbers, we'll actually start to show some really decent positive gains over the last year, which will be really nice to see. All right, so let's dig in. These are some of the markets across the country. So we can take a quick look here. You can see Austin right there, year over year in the column. We were down 5.7%. So we think that's a big deal. And it is, because of course we want to see those numbers in the positive. But if you compare us to other markets, for example, you have Boston. They're down 22.4%. You could look at DFW, they're down 5.2%. You look at Detroit, down 8.2%. So some really interesting numbers. Illinois is down 6.1%. Las Vegas, God bless them, they're up 15%. So they got to be pretty excited in Vegas right now. But you go to Jacksonville, Florida, they're down 13%. So New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, those are all down. The Northwest areas are all down. You can even kind of dig into like San Diego. Year-over-year sales are down 17%. So our little 5% is not too bad. And then we're going to take a look at our good old friend interest rates. So here's interest rates that I pulled up today. Conventionals are looking at about 7.15. I don't think we're going to see a lot of movement in rates. We have some core CPI comes out tomorrow, which was Thursday. That will probably change things a little bit. Good or bad, we're not quite sure yet. We do anticipate the Fed lowering interest rates. I don't think they're going to lower rates until probably summer. Could be mid to late summer in my opinion. And I also think it's going to be a very nominal drop, like a quarter point. So it's not going to do a whole lot. We would be lucky to see 3 total drops this year. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just 2. So I would take a look at rates right there and say we're at 7.15 now. Hopefully we can get into the high 6s. Maybe we end the year around mid 6s. I don't see a lot of movement in rates. Again, we go back to that 3s and 4%. They are just a thing of the past. They are not going to be around for many, many years. So if you're waiting for that, I would probably not do that. I would pull the trigger and do something now or in sometime in the next couple of months would be a good idea. Last thing I want to cover with you real quick. I was at a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and it was about new home builds, so production builders. What production builders have been doing the last couple of years, they've been building tons and tons of inventory homes, and they've been selling their inventory homes. So they're already done selections, the design selections are finished, all of that is done. Production builders now want to go back to the way things were in the good old days. There's no more supply chain issues, there's no more labor issues. They want you to pick the lot, they want you to go to the design center, they want you to put in a ton of upgrades that they get a 50% non-refundable deposit on, and then they want you to wait about 6 months for them to build the house. They're going to make a whole lot more money that way. So production builders are really trying to wrap up the bulk of their inventory building right now. So they're really anticipating summer to early fall. They will really be back for the most part to pick your lot, go to the design center, and we'll have your home ready in 6 months or so. There'll probably always be a few inventory homes running around, but they won't be doing it as much as they have in the past. So if you're planning on buying a new build, plan on spending more money at the design center because they're going to get you there, and plan on waiting 6 to 9 months from start to finish. If you have any questions about the real estate market, I would love to chat with you a little bit more. Feel free to reach out. Thanks.